Hey.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you? Come in.
Come in.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Let me show you around. You can see our new thing. Here's the star attraction.
Wow.
I love it. It'd be a nice, like, sculpture, book library sculpture to have next to my bookshelf. I see it probably as being connected to one of the virtual libraries that I have, so that the books that I don't actually own, I could show here and have them here next to the books that I do have. You know what I mean? Well, those I would want to probably display right here. Maybe I could have some of the digital books. I could have like this, or I could have my Kindle probably sitting somewhere right here. There should be somewhere for me to keep my Kindle too. So that's how I see the digital books, probably some kind of connection to this and that. I don't know how. This?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It's cool. I love that. Animating. I would like it to refresh so that there was something different all the time. You know? Like, I'd get tired of that eventually, but I like the idea of seeing that, and I bet you could find a way to have different things that come in and refresh through. Well, it would be really neat if I could have it all in one. So if there were a way to integrate my music library, maybe, I don't know, does the iPad have music library capabilities? So you could connect this to my music library on here and put a speaker in the back, and then I could just use this to also play my music. That would be very cool. That'd be great, because then I could just come here, I could look at my books, show books that I don't own but want to, have a little sculpture, and then I can put some music on it, maybe have a speaker behind it. That would be really cool. Entertainment, you know, conversation. So say if I'm, like, I can have my books that I've read and that I love are here, and then if someone says, oh, well, what about this other book? Maybe I can come up here, look for it, put it on the bookshelf, and maybe even open up to some pages and say, oh, is this the book you were talking about? What do you think? Let's talk about it. That would be nice. Books that I don't have but want, or books that I've read and maybe I've given them away, or somebody's taken them, like I loaned it and somebody can give it back to me.
Do you think space is a constraint?
Well, a little bit. I mean, I'm running out of space for these books, but I'm not going to stop buying books. I'm just going to find another place to keep them. But something like this is nice, because then I could start using this as a bookshelf, and maybe if I have some books that I would like to have, but I don't want to have physical copies, so maybe those would be the ones I want. Like, and also, like, college books that I don't really want to keep, I'll sell them back. Because it's cool, I can't do that with this library, and it's a nice idea because now I have a library that I can interact with, and I like that. I like that idea. Because in this library, there's other sides that I can't get to, you know? Like I have books over here with CDs, I have little things, and I can't get to it. But with this, I could just turn it and get to the other side. With the book itself, so I would want to actually maybe choose a book somehow. Like say I want to choose a book, and I would want to maybe even be able to open it or do something, you know, because that's why I have my book here, because I can take it and I can open it. So if we're looking at something digital, I would want to find a way to say tap on this book, and maybe it can come, and they have page viewers, and maybe I can do a page view and slide through or something. I wouldn't see any point to buying it one by one. If I were going to buy it, I would want it to come as one thing. If I were to buy it, I'd want one thing that I can play with and have my music library in there and put other books in there connected to like that library thing, a virtual library that I have where, like, these are not all of my books, I have other books at home with my mom or my parents' house, so those books I have on a virtual library.
Yeah.
So I would like this to connect to my virtual library too, so that shows all the books that I own but don't have here right now. I think it's probably the direction we're moving in all honesty, since we have so many digital libraries now. So I think it's nice for people like me who I love the idea of a digital library, but I'm never going to give up the printed book. So this is a nice way of kind of combining the two. Because I do have some stuff that is digital.
Yeah.
Most of my stuff is not, and I'm not really interested in going all digital. I like having the book.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's a nice intermediate step.
Alarming.
I mean, these are books that I own, but if CESAR put books on here that I didn't own, well, actually he has one book, like this book is I don't own. So that's kind of interesting, because now I do feel kind of like I have it, even though I don't, because I'm looking at it. So that's nice. It's a little bit of cognitive dissonance, since it's not accurate, but it's nice to, it's a trick in a way to see it and think, oh, I own that, but I don't, of course. That's just, he put it there. Well, that would be nice. You know, I have a little bit of a community. Well, there's only 3 people connected, but that virtual library thing that I use, it's called librarything.com. I'm connected with 2 friends, and so we look at each other's library. So if that were somehow to connect, then my one friend in Ireland is always recommending books on Library Thing. It would be nice if they showed up here. That would be cool. And vice versa. And I could see myself using something like that, and even conceivably buying it, because I love bookshelves, and it's nice. It's like a piece of, like a bookshelf / sculpture, so it's nice.
Yeah.
If it were like this and finalized, then I could probably see myself paying even up to $1,000 for it, sure. Because it's a bookshelf, music center, internet surfing thing too, conceivably, light sculpture. Yeah, well, I could see myself spending money like that on it. Because I do like the idea. I mean, it's about books. How could I not like it? So it would be good for anybody who reads and maybe doesn't have enough space for all of their collections. Or most people that I know who do read a lot have the books, but then they have other books they want to read, or books that aren't quite so important that they want to have them, and they could just have them kind of visually. Oh, that's cool. It would be cooler if it were the whole thing, but it's cool. That's very cool. Actually, it's kind of nice like that too. Maybe there's a way you could make this be the bottom half and the books be the top half.